Hi everybody. Lytutien is infertile. Truth or rumor? CEO Jack's mother's reaction is the shocking thing. That morning, the soft sunlight shines through the car window, sneaking into Jack's handsome face. Jack, the man with cold appearance, but always exude confidence, step into a high-end barber shop in the city center. But today, Jack's usual calmness seemed to be replaced by a barely concealed excitement. What haircut do you want Jack to have today? Familiar worker speaks up, smiling at the VIP guest. Jack, instead of answering immediately, looked in the mirror and smiled slightly. Cut a little, but make me look more trustworthy. I have something important tonight. The worker nodded, didn't ask more, but his eyes showed curiosity. The whole team worked quickly, and in about 1 hour, Jack left the salon with his hair neatly styled. Every line on the face becomes sharper. Jack looked at himself in the rearview mirror and whispered, "Tonight must be perfect. Lytutien deserves the best." On the way back, Jack did not forget to stop by a flower shop. Pre-order a bouquet of red roses. Jack chooses the most beautiful flowers meticulously down to every detail. When the staff asked, "Jack, would you like a card?" Jack smiled and shook his head. "You will understand when you see it." Away from the hustle and bustle of the city, in a small house in the suburbs, Lytutien starts a new day. By familiar tasks, the rooster crowed to signal dawn. Lytutien, in an old t-shirt and black pants, step out into the garden with a broom in hand. Dry leaves fell all over the yard after a rainy night. Create a simple autumn picture. Lytutien raised his hand, gently stroked the moist soil where she had just sown seeds. Those little buds of life, like a faint hope in her heart, weak but not easily defeated. Every time I take care of this garden, she felt lighter, forget the pain of the past. But today, every time I think of Jack, her heart was a little fluttered. Jack patiently walked into her life. But can Lytutien bring Jack complete happiness? Jack drove in the afternoon, go to the restaurant that Jack had booked last week. This is a cozy restaurant located on a hill, where the shimmering yellow lights reflect on the lake's surface. Jack asked for a private table on the balcony, where they can see fireworks that he had arranged in advance. The restaurant staff quickly followed his instructions. Jack personally checked every detail. White candles, soft silk tablecloth, and a bouquet of roses placed in the middle of the table. The surrounding air was covered with soft light from small strings of lights, create an indescribable romantic space. "Is everything ready?" Jack asked the manager. "Yes, sir, just need the fireworks on time is perfect." Jack smiled and thought to himself, just need Lytutien to accept. The whole world doesn't matter anymore. While Jack was busy preparing at the ferry house, Coton, a gentleman with a calm demeanor, appeared with a large bouquet of flowers. Coton stood waiting anxiously. When the ferry opened the door, she was slightly surprised. "All stars, why did you suddenly stop by today?" Everyone smiled, eyes shining with determination. "Lytutien, I have something to say." "Lytutien, can you give me some time?" In the small but warm room, Coton expressed his feelings. "From the first time I met you, I knew you were a special woman. I want to take care of Lytutien, so I don't have to worry about anything anymore." Lytutien looked grateful, but her eyes were sad. "Coton, I thank you very much, but I can't. In my heart, I have someone else." Coton was momentarily stunned, but he smiled bitterly. "I understand. As long as you are happy, I will always support you." When Jack came to pick up Lytutien, Jack accidentally met Coton walking out of the gate. Two men standing opposite each other. The atmosphere was somewhat tense. Jack looked at the bouquet of flowers in Coton's hand and frowned slightly. Coton breaks the silence. "I came here to invite Lytutien to eat, but she already has a date with Jack." Jack nodded with a calm gaze. "I came to take her to thank Coton for caring. Koton smiled awkwardly, bowed slightly, and then left. Lytutien hurriedly stepped out and saw Jack's eyes. She smiled reassuringly. "It's nothing, Jack. Koton is just a friend." Jack gently held Lytutien's hand. "I believe you." At the restaurant, Jack led Lytutien to the banquet table. She was surprised to see the magnificent scene before her eyes. When fireworks explode in the sky, Jack knelt down, his eyes glowing in the candlelight. "Lytutien, I love you. You are my everything, be my wife." Lytutien burst into tears, but instead of agreeing, she choked out, "I'm sorry, Jack, I'm not worthy, I can't have children." Jack stood up and hugged Lytutien tightly. "It doesn't matter. We can adopt as long as you are happy." Although touched, Lytutien still refused. She wants to improve herself before receiving this great love. The next morning, Jack sat at the dining table in the family's luxury villa. In front of Jack is mother, a powerful woman, but always loved my son very much. She looked at Jack with worried eyes. When he saw Jack's pensive face, "What's wrong with you? Is work not going well?" Jack paused for a few seconds and then decided to share. "Mother and son want to marry Lytutien, but she can't have children." She was a little surprised. Her eyes wavered slightly. "Cannot have children. This will affect Jack's children's future. Have you thought carefully?" Jack nodded, his voice firmly. "I thought very carefully. Mom, she is the only one I want to be with. If we don't have biological children, we can adopt. I just want her to be happy. That's enough." Jack's mother pondered for a long time and then spoke softly. "I understand. Your happiness is the most important thing to me. If you are sure about this, I will support you." Jack smiled with relief. His heart felt relieved. That afternoon, Jack took Lytutien to the hospital. Even though she was shy and didn't want to hope, Jack is still convincing. "We should check again." "Just agree. Jack will always be by your side no matter what the outcome." In clinic, the doctor carefully reviewed the records and conducted an examination. After a while, he smiled and announced, "I don't see any signs of Lytutien. Shows that she is perfectly capable of having children. Her health is completely normal." Both Lytutien and Jack were shocked. Lytutien asked in surprise, "But I was diagnosed with infertility before." Doctor explains, "There may have been a mistake or an incorrect diagnosis. Besides, the cause may not be her, but from the ex-husband." Jack took her hand, his eyes filled with hope. Jack had suspected this for a long time. "Jack believes you have no problem." Lytutien shed tears, feeling relieved, mixed with happiness that left her speechless. That night under the stars, Jack took Lytutien to a small cafe on the top of the hill, where Jack had prepared another surprise. The room is warmly decorated with flickering candlelight, fresh flowers, and melodious music. Jack took Lytutien's hand and said in a deep voice, "I know you have suffered a lot, and I don't want to force you. Must accept him immediately. But now that I know everything is okay, I wish you could let me take care of you. I love you, Lytutien." Lytutien choked with tears rolling down her cheeks. She looked into Jack's sincere eyes. Her heart was beating wildly. This time, she did not refuse. "Jack, I agree. I will be your wife." The two hugged each other in the dim light. Somewhere far away, fireworks lit up the sky, like congratulating a love that has just been revived. 1 month later, Jack and Lytutien's wedding took place, and the blessings of family and friends. When wearing a pretty little suit, chattering around the tables, Jack's mother, although a little reserved at first, now loved Lytutien like his own child. She chatted with Lytutien, and Jack must always take care of his wife. A few years later, Lytutien gave birth to a healthy baby girl. Make family happy, the more perfect family. Jack often jokes, I promise to protect you and the baby for life. You and the baby are the greatest gift of my life. Under the roof full of laughter, their love, as if written from the pages of a fairy tale, prove that patience, sincerely, and tolerance can overcome all challenges. The love story of Jack and Tu Diep, like a beautiful symphony, where the sad notes blend with the high notes of happiness, create an immortal song about patience, sincerity, and strong belief. Jack, a successful young CEO, used to the perfect life and achievements that make everyone admire. But deep inside me, true love never knocks until he met Tu Diep, a single woman, gentle but full of hurt. His heart fluttered not because of appearance, but for strength, her devotion, and her determined eyes. Tu Diep, who has gone through painful days, when abandoned by ex-husband's family, just because cannot have children, she chose to live quietly, focus on taking care of young son and searching simple joys from the garden, chickens and sprouting seeds. For her love is something far away, not belonging to a woman with a scarred past. Like her, but Jack came, gentle and patient, to melt all the barriers in her heart. Their love is not romantic, the glamour often seen in fairy tales. It is mature love, be challenged through fears, past wounds and painful secrets. Must have proven Jack's love is not bound by limits, society, or prejudice. Jack loves Tu Diep not because she is perfect, but because you are you, a woman of character worthy of love. Jack's mom is really thoughtful, right? Please leave a comment below.